like a knee shield from the bottom most of the time. As soon as I get to this position, if he opens my guard and starts trying to pass, right? If I stay flat, I'm in trouble, right? He can start pinning my knee to the ground, right? He can start getting his arm under to start stacking me and do things like that. So a lot of times, a real beginner type way to do, even though it's good to do, is as soon as he breaks my guard, I need to turn. So what happens is I can put my feet on the hip, I can control him with my knee, a knee shield type of thing, right? Also, I force him to pass this way, right? And if I force him to pass one way or the other, like now I can just focus on that. So if he starts trying to pass this way, I can control with my hands and control that shoulder, okay? So what I really want you guys to think about doing is I need to keep my hamstring on his knee. I don't want to keep it flat because he can just step over it if he wants to, right? But I kind of want it up a little bit, right, in this position, but I'm hooking down into his hip, so it's just not just loose, okay? The other thing is I want my knee shield at a 45. Remember, we talk about 45-degree angles all the time. So once I keep this position on my right, on his left side, my foot is breaking down and almost doing a hook on his like rib cage area. So when I get to this position, I'm keeping him in front of me, right? And now from here, if he starts passing, I can even control with my hands by blocking the shoulder. Okay, so this is just the beginning position I want you guys to get into in order to start controlling his body, right? If I'm here and I'm loose, it's gonna be really easy for him to do anything he wants to. So even though my guard is open, I need to stay tight in this position. And I know his only way to pass is this way, right? So when I get to this position, another thing that I wanna do, we'll start with a basic scissor sweep. In gi, it's pretty easy to control here and the collar here, but I need to be able to control his arm, and I'm gonna control his neck, right? And I'm keeping his posture down. If he starts getting that posture up, well, now I have to go to something else because it's really easy for him to start doing something to pass a different way. So as soon as I get control of his wrist, I wanna control his head too, as well, just so I can bring him into me. Now, if he starts backing up and starts doing that position, I can follow him, but what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm breaking down his neck towards me, okay? And what I'm doing here is I'm kind of putting him up towards my head, and I'm pressing my knee into his sternum. And this is going to help me get that sweep, okay? So now that I get this position, because I'm tight here, now it's easy for me. When I bring his head over mine, I'm going to pull this to my head as well. It's really easy for me to get that scissor sweep because I'm bringing his head over mine, so his balance is not back here, he's forward. And that scissor sweep is really easy for me to just bring that leg across, and at the same time, this leg, boom, that's a scissor sweep, the motion that I want to get, okay? Any questions on that? Okay, let's practice.